Oh howdy all, grab yourself a beer, it's time for some part of Exile discussion. So today I wanted to discuss early impressions on the Endless Heist event. Now I decided for something a bit different, I was going to try playing this in hardcore. Hardcore trade enabled, although I haven't done any trading as yet. And it's really different to my expectations. The main thing that I hadn't anticipated was that actually character progression through character levels is really, really slow. The reason for this is that you spend most of your time doing content far below your level. So here I'm going to do something I haven't been doing, and this is a level 33 heist. And I'm going to do this with the full expectation that I may just have to log out. That's because heist content is enormously harder than the core game content is at the same monster level. And where normally you'd be running like at level 33, for an experienced veteran player, you'd be running level 36, 35, 36, 37 content. In Endless Heist, you don't have that option because it's just so much harder than the rest of the game. Monsters are durable, they're tanky, they are quite dangerous, but most importantly, there's just so many of them that even though they might only individually hit for a smallish amount, together they certainly hit for a lot between them when you've got a lot of them wailing on you at once. And they also have a number of telegraphed attacks that you kind of really have to dodge. In terms of loot though, you will get an enormous amount of heist contracts while you're running this. In fact, you'll have no trouble sustaining heist contracts at all. I was a little concerned you might have to continue buying them from Adia, and Adia will sell them to you at 5 levels below your character level, and they only cost 1 rogue marker. However, this is basically something you only use right at the start of the event, just to get yourself a few contracts. When you kill a normal monster, you will frequently get a heist of equal level to the one you're in. When you kill a magic monster, you will frequently get +1 level. And when you kill a rare monster, you will frequently get +2. Additionally to all of that, when you complete a heist, you will also receive a heist that is equal to your character level. So it's not based upon the zone level, it's based upon your character level. Now, that ring, I just have to check what that was. Was that the... Oh, no, I was hoping that it was the lightning and cold one, which is the good one. You'll get a tremendous amount of rare items all through the game. You're just going to have rare items everywhere. It's like a fountain of them. You'll never run out of them. So you'll definitely feel like you've got a lot of gear. But you will not have access to the crafting bench, and that's pretty significant when it comes to getting yourself reasonable gear in the game. And that's why I'm using a lot of uniques. Heist drops a lot of uniques, and so I've got uniques for their resistances. I'm using Worm's Malt because it has life and it has intelligence on it and it has cold resist. Not really using it for the leech, although like I'm not going to say no to it, but I'm using it for the other mods on it. Here you'll see what happens when you complete a heist or when you get to the end of one. Always just check those safes. They don't usually have anything in them, but they're worth a check. So this is my level and there's the items. So because I leveled to 34 in the middle of the heist, I ended up getting 34 there, even though I was 33 when I entered this one. And now it can be pretty intense on the way out. You'll see I'm getting quite a lot of XP, but it's still a lot less than you would get in the core game at this point, just because you are killing monsters 3 levels lower than you would be on an equally powerful character. That was a bit sketchy there. I thought Frostblink was off cooldown and it wasn't. So I got myself into a spot of bother, but got out of it fine. I am out of flasks at the moment, so I've got to pay attention for a sec. And now we're all good. So, what else is there in this? You definitely want to get your Quicksilver Flask early. In Endless Delve, those of you that followed my streams will know I had tremendous difficulty getting myself a Quicksilver Flask at all in Endless Delve. I didn't get one until character level 84. Here you will kill a lot more monsters at low level, and that means you're more likely to get flasks before the pool of possible flask drops ends up getting diluted. So at level 8, you start seeing things like bismuth flasks added to the pool. Level 27 starts getting diluted with things like granite flasks. Now, of course, granite flasks are good, but this means that you seem to be less likely to get a Quicksilver at that point. So you want to get your Quicksilvers early. I got 2 of them before I was level 20. I haven't had any since. Even though I have killed a lot more monsters since hitting level 20 than I did before then. This seems pretty common from speaking to other players. A couple of people got unlucky and didn't get their Quicksilver Flask for ages, but that seems to be a rare situation. And of course, if you're in Trade League, as these Endless Heists can be played in Trade, then you have the option of trading. So that's one of the endless heists. I got half a level out of that, and that's the first time in a long time that I've done one that was equal to my character level or above. But if you got comments or questions, definitely fire away below. As for how much fun it's been, I generally enjoy heists, so I've been enjoying it so far. I think it might potentially get a bit monotonous, probably about the time that you hit maybe level 60 or so, maybe level 80. We'll have to find that out. I'm withholding judgment for a while, but it took me 6 hours to get to 33. That was 6 hours at a pretty relaxed pace, and on a build that's not an early starter. But still, that should give you a bit of a sense that this is definitely slower progress through the early levels than the core game. That said, I do think things will speed up once we get to map equivalent, because Heist drops so much XP once you actually get into maps that I think everything will turn around then. That's all I got. May your Varlobs have interesting results.